Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. Guys, we're here in part number 2 of the Divisional Series. If you guys missed part 1, make sure you guys are backing out of this and going to check that video out. It's a long one, but it will get you caught up to speed about what we're going to cover here in this episode. After the end of this episode, we're going to move on to the Championship Series on Saturday over on that place right there, the purple platform, I like to call it, because you can't say the name in the videos. YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube doesn't like that. It'll punish you. It'll hit you hard as a channel, as a content creator on this platform. So, purple platform, Saturday, ALCS, NLCS. So that's what we're going to cover here today, guys. We're going to set that up. We're going to get you to the Championship Series. Who's going to go? That's the question. So spoilers ahead. Spoiler up on the screen, too, by the way. 5-4 win. New York beats Michigan. But if you want to see game ones of the divisional round play out, feel free to go back out here and go check that video out. So let's get into this. We are doing a little recap here to set the matchups up again for those of you guys just coming in. Carolina beat Colorado in game number 1, 3-2. LA beat St. Louis 7-2 in game 1. So if you're doing the math at home, Carolina's up 1-0. LA is up 1-0. Let's go to October 9th. Phoenix with Yu Darvish against Max Fried, ace versus ace. Phoenix gets the win on the road. They're up 1-0 in their series. New York beats Chicago in a tough game. New York up 1-0. Now take a look here. This is where I want to explain some things for you guys that are trying to follow along. So Carolina is now up 2-0 in their series. Divisional series, you'd have to win 3. It's first to 3, and you advance to the championship series. So Carolina is up now 2-0. Which means we can't simulate game number 3. We actually have to get into gameplay to see if Colorado is going to make a comeback. So we're going to watch that game. We're going to watch game 3, potential game 4, potentially game 5, if Colorado can make that comeback. So that's what's next up on the docket for this video. St. Louis wins 10-1 in simulation. Shane Bieber gets the win. And it was a good start. It was a very good start for Shane Bieber, allowing only 4 hits. Actually, I don't know how many hits that he allowed. Let's take a look here real quick. We've got, was that a home run from Sweeney? Home run from Sweeney and Toro, a double from Tucker, and only 4 hits given up by the Maroons pitching staff. 3 hits, actually, for Bieber, 1 hit from Bryce. So very, very good game for St. Louis. So now their series is 1-1, which means we get to simulate game 3. So we got 2 games played. Series is tied. We get to simulate game 3 to see who goes up 2-1, and then from that point, because there is an elimination game to be played, we're going to head into gameplay to see if it's going to be St. Louis that wins it or if it's going to be LA that wins it. Let's move over here to October 10th. Now, guys, Phoenix gets another win over Washington, 6-3. Porcello on the mound against Kyle Gibson. He gets a win, 6-3. Phoenix is now up 2-0. New York gets another win on the road against Chicago. So the wild card team, New York, the Pizzazz, taking it to perhaps the best team across the GGBL, and they're now up 2-0 as well. So guys, if you're doing the math, we've got 1 series that's tied 1-1. The 3 other series are 2-0. Carolina's got up 2-0 against Colorado. Phoenix is up 2-0 against Washington. And Chicago and New York 2-0. New York with the lead. So again, because LA and St. Louis is tied, we ended up simulating this. This is a CPU sim, a straight up sim, no gameplay, and St. Louis gets another win. Is this like the team of destiny right now? They gave up 5 hits, 2 to Guzman, 1 to Mayton, 1 to Joe, 1 to Lee. I mean, Conforto was held hitless. Castellanos was held hitless. I mean, geez, oh, peace. Ryan Braun struck out 3 times. It doesn't have a hit yet here in the playoffs. And, yeah, St. Louis gets it done, guys. And let's see who started. It's Derek McCacken. 5 Ks, 3 walks, 4 hits, 6 innings. Quality start. Basically shut him out. Bryce, Freeman, both get holds. Hernandez gets a save. This St. Louis team might be a little dangerous, in my opinion. They might end up dinking around here and making it to the GGBL Championship. Pretty crazy stuff here. But guys, it's going to set us up for gameplay. We've got Colorado, Carolina, 2-0. We've got New York, Chicago, 2-0. And we've got Of course, this series, St. Louis up 2-1. And, of course, we have Phoenix and Washington 2-0. So we've got a lot of things to cover here today. We might even go 5 games in all series. I hope that's not the case, because that's a lot of editing. But, guys, let's get right into the gameplay. All right, guys, Phoenix 2-0 lead at the Burnside Dome. They're at home. They can win this thing with Rico Ramos trotting up to the mound, taking the bump. Big spot here for Phoenix. He's going to fire up a strikeout. 2 strikeouts already. Already given up a hit here. We got a runner on first base. Now he's got to face off against the power-hitting right-hander, Alexander King. And he's going to strike him out as well. So good inning for Rico Ramos. We talked about it before. He has had struggles in the first inning. But as of late, the last 2 starts have been pretty solid there in the first inning. So let's go to the bottom of the first inning. We've got a runner already on second base here and a nice jump throw, but Phoenix will get another man on base. Jesse Winker's going to strike out, and Sean Dubin now a quick first inning. Had runners on first and second, but gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that's a pretty solid job. Let's flip it over here to the next inning. We got Rico Ramos striking out another batter. So he's got the strikeout ball working today. Top of the third. Little pickoff move here. Going to get Corey Ray to be thrown out. And it's still a 0-0 game. Full count here. Dubin is going to get another strikeout after Alex Jackson finishes the play off. Let's go all the way to the top 5th. We're moving along here pretty quickly. And we've got a potential double. Whoa, Culberson could have had the runner at second base had he just had a little bit more awareness. Could have gotten that guy out, could have tagged him. Bottom 5, Phoenix getting up here. Nothing doing. Still a 0-0 game. Now Brock Holt right over the top of Renato Nunez's head. And it's going to get all the way to about the warning track area. Danny Santana makes a nice throw in to hold Holt to a double. Full count here to Brandon Lau with a runner in scoring position. It's got to stay fair. It does. Brandon Lau is going to hit a 2-run shot in the top of the 6th inning, and Phoenix is starting to run out of outs, guys. Top 6. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th with runners on first and second, and Drew Mendoza, a little lazy looper to center field. That's going to fall right in front of Corey Ray. That's going to score at least 1 run. It is now 2-1 here. Let's jump to the top of the 8th as Brandon Lau again goes opposite field. Is this one going to go over? Yes, sir. That's a solo home run. It's going to be 3-1. And again, Phoenix just running out of outs, guys, and running out of moments to shut this Washington team down. Joey Votto hits a solo home run to put Washington up now 4-1, and they never looked back. They got it done. A 4-1 win here, and they at least staved off elimination for at least 1 game. Right? Just 1 game. It's now a 2-1 series. Phoenix. So we're still in Phoenix, guys. We're still in Phoenix. Here for game number 4. And then we got to go head over to Washington for game number 5, if necessary. So either way, Washington comes out with a 2-1 deficit in this series, and they're thinking, we got to get a win. It's a must-win. We have to win it now. There's no guarantee that we're going to win this game 4 and head to game 5. We can't really save you, Darvish. We got to start him today. And right now, that move is not looking too good. On short day's rest, Jesse Winker goes solo homer in the bottom of the first inning, giving Phoenix the lead 1-0. Already got 2 homers so far in the playoffs. Little ground ball here, double play opportunity for Phoenix. They get it done. It's going to move the runner over to third. The Max Fried is going to get Will Benson to ground out too. And that's going to end the second inning. Fried not giving up a single run. And now let's go to the top of the third. Runner on second base, and Danny Santana dives for this one off the bat of Brock Holt. But that is going to fall. He doesn't make the catch. It is now a tie game 1-1. Brandon Lau has been a dangerous hitter in this series, and he's going to strike out against Fried. So lefty-on-lefty matchup, you got to like it. Next up, we got Lucius Fox striking out against Yu Darvish. Let's go to the top of the 4th, and we get a possible extra base hit here. Yes, it's definitely going to be over the head of center fielder Kyle Stowers. That's going to be good for a double. No, they're going to round second, head for third. Head first slide, that's a triple. And Washington has something going here for him, guys. 1-2 count. Joey Votto going to ground out, and that is going to score the leading run here in the top of the 4th inning. So Votto gets a ground out RBI. Let's go to the top of the 5th. So the very next inning, this is going to be a ground rule double. Now Max Fried is kind of getting hit hard a little bit here. Here comes the next batter for Washington. Going to lace a line drive right in front of Danny Santana, and that's going to score the 3rd run for the Swamp Monsters. Let's go to the next batter. That's Corey Ray. He gets a base hit right past Kyle Mendoza, the leaping Kyle Mendoza, and now the Firebirds have to go to the bullpen. Paul Sewald comes on. It could be a double play opportunity. A little flip here by Fox. Nice play by Culberson and Fox to get that double play done. And that is going to get us to the bottom of the 5th. Here's a barehanded play. Nice scoop by Alexander King. Good play there by Brandon Lau. Let's go to the top of the 6th. This Phoenix can't get anything done. Now, speaking of can't get anything done, so on offense they're not doing too much, but defensively, Danny Santana comes up big time with that catch. Sewald showed his appreciation. They get a strikeout, and we're going, guys, to the top of the 8th inning. Here comes Alexander King. He's been pretty quiet so far in this episode, but not so fast. He's finally going to get registered up here, and in the highlight reel, as he's going to round second, head for 3rd, we got another triple for Washington, this time with King, the first baseman, but Joey Votto with 2 down can't get it done. They're going to have to settle for just that 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the 8th, but we're going to skip ahead till the top of the 9th as Washington again. Okay, so they couldn't get done that last inning that we saw, but they do here. So we got a big double, ground rule double, going to score the run. It is a 4-1 game. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and there you have it. Renato Nunez going to strike out. Bautista gets the save, and now we got a brand new series, man. Whole new series. It's going to come down to 1 game. Go figure that. So Washington was on the ropes. They lost 2 games at home at Capitol Field, then they had to travel out here to Phoenix, all the way across the country to get it done, and they got 2 wins. So the road teams are getting the wins here in this series, so should be entertaining to say the least, as we're now headed to Capitol Field with the series tied 2-2. It's do or die. It's now or never. Any cliche that you want to throw out, that's what it is. But we do get a strikeout here, Kyle Gibson, and look at this, the jitters are getting to Alex Jackson in the early going. They had the strikeout, but it's going to turn into a runner on second base. When's the last time you saw that happen? 3-2 count. Jesse Winker goes down. 2 outs here, and then we got Nunez going to strike out as well. So Kyle Gibson shuts the door on that little defensive gaffe that Alex Jackson had in the first inning. So let's go to the top of the 3rd. Continues to shut down Phoenix's offense. They can't get anything done. We got 1 down here, and Fargas is going to strike out. Then Corey Ray, ground ball, kind of a hot shot here to second, makes the play, but oh, that's a nice scoop by Nunez. Jesse Winker, above and beyond the shift in the top of the 4th inning, is going to go all the way to the wall. He's going to roll in with a double. That's a 1-out double for Winker. Next batter up, we've got Renato Nunez. Little ground out here to shortstop. No, they can't make the play. That's 2 errors already in the first half of the game. Wow, so Washington's really screwing up here on the defensive side of things, but they've still got a 0-0 game. Kyle Gibson going to miss here, but he's going to strike out Chirinos. And luckily for Washington, they escape a little bit of a jam there. Let's go to the bottom 4th inning. We've got Brandon Lau sending a charge into this one. It's deep. Is it going to get enough? No. Good play out there in center field just to get there. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning as Rick Porcello. We haven't really seen Porcello or talked about him here with Washington batters, but he's out here on the mound tonight trying to get this win for Phoenix. He was a trade acquisition. He was a trade piece coming from New Orleans, and this is a deep drive, a deep shot, but Danny Santana, good play. All right, let's go to the bullpen here as we're down in the bottom of the 8th inning, guys, and this is going to fall right in ahead of Santana. But with 1 down and runners on the corners, you've got a double play opportunity. They're going to do a little squeeze play, and it pulled second baseman away from the play, and it's going to allow for a single, an RBI bunt single off a squeeze play, a suicide squeeze play. So go figure that. But so Washington gets the first run of the game, guys. They're up 1-0, and we are going to the top of the ninth. Yes, you're seeing it correctly. This is it. This is the last gasp effort for Phoenix. Jesse Winker going to ground out into that shift. 2 down for Washington. 1-0 game. Bautista is going to get the out in right field. And Washington comes back from down 2 games to nothing. They win this thing 3-2. They are advancing to the ALCS. Remember, this is one of my teams that I thought at the very beginning of the year was very surprisingly, they weren't playing very well. And I really liked their lineup. I liked their pitching staff. I like what they had going on for them. I think they're a dangerous team. I think they've got a lot of good offensive players. I think their pitching staff is pretty darn good as it is right now, especially with Yu Darvish, acquiring a guy like Yu Darvish at the trade deadline. I think they're a scary team. Now, you know, winning 3 straight games is hard to do. They basically had to sweep Phoenix in that little stretch there. So 3-2 win. Good job by Washington. So now, let's get to this 2-0 series. We've got New York up 2-0 against Chicago. Probably one of the best teams, if not the best team across the GGBL. But so far, you know, New York is really taking it to this team. So Chicago on the road has a chance to lose the series before it even got started, man. Before it even got started. Ethan Letterman going up against Alexei Shevchuk. A custom-on-custom matchup. And Letterman is going to drive in the game's first run. Shevchuk is being tasked to go up against Garrett Cole and try to win a series in a sweep. I think it's a good call. He's a good pitcher for him. He's been a solid pitcher all year long for him. They've already wasted their 2 guys to get him up 2-0. So as the number 3 starter, you got to get it done. But meanwhile, Garrett Cole is just K-ing everybody. And Shevchuk says, what you can do, I can do too. He's going to strike out a bunch of Breeze batters as well. Let's go to Ruby De La Rosa here in the top of the 6th inning. So Shevchuk goes 5. And we got a base knock here with 1 down in the top of the 6th. And New York with a 1-0 lead. Chicago is starting to come back a little bit. They've got runners on first and second. We've got Letterman against De La Rosa. Letterman had the 1 run. Is he going to get another one? No. He grounds out here as the 3rd out, and Chicago can't tack on any more runs. Here comes Bryce Harper. The league MVP is going to line drive it right past Brandon Marsh. It goes all the way to the wall. That's going to possibly score a run. Here comes the relay throw. Is there, but not in time. Just not quick enough. And Bryce Harper delivers the game-tying RBI double. Go figure, man. Go figure. He would do that. He's the league MVP. Sam Travis flies. No, he didn't fly out. What a terrible play in center field. You got to go after that ball. You got to catch that thing. That's an out. Just waiting to be had. And he doesn't get it done. So, guys, let's skip ahead here to a 2-1 lead for New York. And Anthony Gose comes on in a tough spot. The outfielder turned pitcher gets 2 outs. Now with runners on second and third, Tony Walters right down the line to right fielder Bryce Harper. He fires it all the way in, but that's not going to be in time. Chicago is now in the lead 3-2. What a job by Tony Walters. And a ground ball here. That's going to be good for a base knock. So New York could win it on a home run. They could advance to the ALCS on a dinger. And you know that Jose Trevino was thinking about it. You know he was thinking about it. With that daddy hack, you got to think he was thinking about it. But Chicago gets a win, man. That's a good win. That's a very, very good win. They fought back. They fought hard all game long to get that win over New York. New York's been a hot team. Been a very, very hot team. So it's now a 2-1 series. And we're going to stay here in New York. We got another game in New York, and we got the next one, Game 5, potentially, if Chicago can win this thing. So it's tough, man. New York is tough at home. So Chicago has a chance here to get it back to Windy City Stadium if they can get it to Game 5. But we'll find out. All right, top 2. We got 2 runners on, and look who hits another homer. That would be Rangel Ravello. This guy has been on fire in the playoffs. He's been one of Chicago's unsung heroes so far. Brandon Marsh steps up with 1 down in the top of the 2nd, and Nicky Delmonico can't make the play in left field. That's a big wall up there. And Brandon Marsh gets a solo home run to put Chicago up 3-0. Let's go to the bottom of the third inning. We got Jordan Yamamoto is pitching here. I should mention that Casey Mize is the starter today. So we got Casey Mize against Yamamoto. Good pitching matchup. So both pitchers here have had some pretty solid seasons for their respective teams. So don't get it misconstrued here if this thing blows up, right? I mean, don't think that since we haven't seen them yet in the playoffs, don't think that they're bad pitchers, guys. They've actually had some pretty good years. But Sam Travis puts a charge into this one. Did I give you a little foreshadowing that the offense might come out now? It's 3-2 just in one swing of the bat. Let's go to the top sixth. Casey Mize still out there, and this deep drive is going to go over the wall. And there is your foreshadowing. There it is. Danny Mendick. What? Huh? Danny Mendick hit a solo home run. That's ridiculous. All right, Paul Blackburn got a job to do here. Chicago is starting to threaten. We got a double play opportunity, and that is going to get it done for New York. Now down by 2 runs. We're going to go to Roberto Osuna's appearance. We got another save opportunity for Osuna. Here's a deep drive. Must have just got underneath it, man, because it's middle of the outfield right there. I thought it might have been a little bit harder of a shot, but Sam Travis flies out. We got a walk here. Catcher Tony Walters got to make the play. He does. Very slow runner right there. Down the line, and we got next batter Jake Hager sends a long fly ball out to right. Could this tie the game? No, that's going to be a line drive out to right fielder Brandon Marsh. He makes the play, and Chicago gets another win. That's back-to-back wins, and New York starting to shake a little bit. Best team in the league, Chicago Breeze. Now they're going to be at home, guys, at Windy City Field. I think I called it Windy City Stadium. It's Windy City Field. Whoops. There it is. There it is. So Game 5, here we are in Chicago. Are they going to get it done? Now, guys, you might notice the pitching matchups today. Alexei Shevchuk against Asher Wojciechowski. So kind of a weird matchup here, but Shevchuk, guys, I can't explain it to you. I couldn't get Garrett Cole to come out. I couldn't do it. His stamina rating was just not good enough, and it didn't make sense. So on 3 days rest, remember they just played a couple days ago. I literally went back and looked at the calendar. It was a 3 days rest. Garrett Cole probably could have gone in this game, but his rating, his energy level was just not good enough to get out there. And risking injury or something like that and trying to make it realistic. I tried to make it work. You can even go back on the stream to go find it. But guys, I couldn't do it. So Shevchuk is coming out here against Wojciechowski, and that's going to be your matchup here. So, you know, you could make a storyline out of it. You can make a storyline out of it if you want to. That if Chicago, maybe they might regret this. Maybe they might regret this, not starting Garrett Cole. Maybe it was a Garrett Cole issue. Maybe he didn't want to go out there. I find that hard to believe, though. Garrett Cole's a gamer. Might even be a cheater. A spider tack. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they ran out of spider tack for this game. I don't know. I'm just making up storylines. You guys come up with them on your own, too. But Wojciechowski in the top of the third inning gets a ground ball up the middle, and they can't make a play. That's going to score the run, guys. It is 1-0. Bryce Harper coming up the middle. And again, just not an aggressive play in center field. You've got to be more aggressive than that. This is the elimination game. You got to get it done. You got to get in there. You got to make the play. Have to. Your pitcher needs it. Your team needs it. But luckily, they only have 1 run against them. Let's go to the top of the fourth, because no longer that is the case. We got a 3-0 lead in the top of the fourth after this triple. And that's going to send in Mason Thompson. He gets the call early in the pen. So again, Wojciechowski, probably the bad call, probably the wrong call. Probably should have gone with Garrett Cole at 30-40 energy. Shevchuk was at like 50-60. I couldn't make that make sense. But don't say it. By the way, speaking of Shevchuk, don't say it, guys. Don't say it. He's just pitching a gem, though. That's all I'll say. He's pitching a gem. Little knuckleball here. Yeah, the dude's got a knuckleball. Bottom 5, 1 down. Longoria makes this play in foul territory. Next batter up. That's going to be a strikeout for Shevchuk. We're in the top of the 6th inning here. Again, here is Another shot to center field and another terrible route. Terrible play in center field, and this is going to make it 5-0 as the throw does come in. But another triple, a 2-run triple to boot. Here, look at this play. Double play ball in the bottom of the 6th inning, guys. And then a knuckleball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Shevchuk loses the no-no in the bottom of the 6th inning. Unfortunate. I really wanted to see. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Just waiting for CPU versus CPU gameplay to give us a no-no. But Chicago fans have likewise been waiting for this offense to finally click. Ravello comes through with a clutch home run, his 3rd in the playoffs. All 3 have come in this round against New York pitching, but that's all they're going to get in the 7th. That's all they're going to get in the 8th, because in the bottom of the 9th, Brett Cecil comes on. Nice play at short, all the way to 2nd, all the way to 1st. That is a double play. That is your series. And New York. Yeah, New York, Thanos snapped Tony La Russa and the Chicago Breeze. Man, oh my goodness. What a win. What a series win, man. They allowed Chicago to get back into this thing, losing 2 straight, having now to go on the road against Chicago, and they won it. They got it done. So they advance to the ALCS against the Washington Swamp Monsters. Go figure that, right? So we've got the 2 American League East opponents, rivals, one of the tightest divisions in all of the GGBL, going to the championship series for the right to go to the championship game. It's crazy. It's crazy. Who would have thunk it, right? Well, let's go out to the NL side, because we've determined who's going to be on the AL side, so let's determine who's going to be on this NL side of the brackets. We're here in Colorado. We're at Coyotes Park, and so far, Aniel De Los Santos is not looking very good. We got a couple singles here. That's another single. That's a 1-hop throw from Will Myers. He's going to toss the runner out. What a tag by Percy Burnside as well. But, man, I didn't think he had enough on that throw. Will Myers, the 1-hopper, maybe 1.5 hops, but going to drill the runner at home. Josh Akemi comes up and says, that's okay. I'll put this one on the ground so nobody can throw us out. 1-0 lead here for Carolina, and Seiko Ichiman going to hit a double. Is he going to get to the wall? Yes, but ooh, that little extra hop. Ground rule double for Ichiman. Next batter up is Cody Hosey. He's going to strike out. De Los Santos trying to settle down as best as he can, and Jorge Alfaro puts an exclamation point on the top of the 1st inning for the Blue Sox. Oh my goodness, it's 5-0. De Los Santos even out of the 1st inning. Guys, I do my best around here to make sure that these matchups make sense for teams. Jeff Samardzija right now in a 2-0 lead on the road. I mean, Carolina's thinking that they got to get this win. They got to make sure that they get this W. Don't allow Colorado to come back into this thing, right? So that's their mentality. Now, looking at Colorado's pitching staff, I couldn't make it make sense because Luke Casey on a couple days rest. I mean, he was under 50% health. Like, he just wasn't ready either. So I don't know. I do my best to try to give these teams chances and put them in the best opportunities, but you know, this was the next best option. Aniel De Los Santos. And he just wasn't a good matchup for Carolina here today, guys. It's 5-0. We're going to the top of the 2nd inning and make it 6. Make it 6-0. Top 2. Nobody down. Juan Soto, luckily, gets a strikeout here. Then Akemi comes up and ground ball right past Mikey White. So this play is not going to be made at home. Even though the throw does come in, Burnside tries to swipe the tag, but Akemi gets it to 7-0. Still in the top 2nd. Hosey's going to strike out. And if you're Colorado, you got to be looking at this guy, right? Paxton Burnside. Give us something to work with. He's going to take this pitch right down the middle for strike 3. And we're going to the top of the 3rd. Still 7-0. And then Luis Arias in a 2-1 count. That's a line drive right in front of the left fielder. He's not even going to try. It's like, guys, at this point in baseball, at this point, you got to be aggressive as a fielder. You got to be aggressive as a fielder. I mean, what's the point now, right? It's 9-0. I mean, what's the point? 9-0, 7-0. What's the difference? 2 runs. I mean, come on, guys. You got to be aggressive. You got to go for it. You're losing big anyway, and this is just not getting any better, man. This is not getting any better. But that's a heads-up play. I'm not gonna lie. That's a heads-up play by Mikey White there at third base just to get that out. So every out is precious. Every out means a little extra. But here we are, top of the 7th, guys. It is 12-0, and you guys can figure it out. The Blue Sox are advancing to the NLCS in a sweep of the Colorado Coyotes, and just like that, they're gone. They've officially been eliminated. Gotta love MLB The Show sometimes, man. Gotta love computer like animation logic, right? Just, oh, they've been eliminated. They're off the field. They're not a part of the celebration. See ya. All right, guys. So the last matchup of the day, we got St. Louis and LA. Take a look at what we've seen in game number 1. It was a 7-2 win by LA, but we've got 2 games in simulation that were won by St. Louis. So they are now in a situation where we're up 2-1. So we got to get into gameplay to see how this is all going to play out. So LA has got a chance here on the road to get this thing 2-2. But it's up against Shane Bieber, and right now he's dealing. Got 2 strikeouts in that inning. Little ground ball here to first. That's going to make the play. And we go to the bottom of the first inning with Darnell Sweeney going up against Tomoyuki Sagano, the ace of the LA staff. And take a look at that 81 speed. Rounding second, heading for third. Throw comes in. Sweeney is not stopping. He gets into home standing up. Oh my. Darnell Sweeney has swung a hot bat in the last month of the season. Every time we see this guy in gameplay, he's doing something special. St. Louis has found a gem in Darnell Sweeney. Look at this. He just was not stopping. As soon as he saw that thing to the wall, he was going for it. That's going to give Shane Bieber the lead, and that's not a good call. Look at, I mean, his wrists were still over the plate. I think he checked his swing there, but, you know, tough break for LA, good break for St. Louis, depending on how you look at it. Nobody down, and Jaron Duran going to hit a double right off the right field wall, and that's going to score another run for St. Louis. It is now 2-0. Got Francisco Alvarez, the catcher for the Maroons, stepping up here. Runner on second with 1 down. Runner says, I'm rounding third and heading for home. After this base hit down the line, Alvarez scores the run. It is now 3-0, guys. And now Simmons comes up to bat, and Alvarez is kind of stuck in no man's land. That's a line drive right to Conforto. He decides to just let it drop as he couldn't get there in time. And he throws second base, gets the force out. So, you know, it's just tough. It's a tough read. You're always taught to freeze on a line drive, so I don't blame him for getting caught there. But we got a full count here, 2 down, and Conforto in foul territory, off balance, gets the throw to come home. And I don't know what Sweeney's doing here. He's super aggressive, but he gets tossed out by Conforto in foul territory, no less. So it's a very aggressive play by both guys. But LA wins that little mini battle, a battle within a battle. Go figure that. So 4-1 lead here by St. Louis after Castellanos gets the RBI. He's going to move to second base here. Ryan Braun comes up, and that's going to be a ground out to Simmons. He makes the play. Still 4-1 game. Top 6. Bieber's still out there, still dealing. He gets Castellanos to K. He gets Conforto to pop up. So you could call that a flyout. But Nate Jones has to come on now as Bieber is done. We're in the top of the 7th inning, and back-to-back walks is going to send the manager out. That's Schilt. He's going to come out, and Grant Gavin is his guy. 3-1 count. Going to miss here. He's going to walk. The base is loaded, and a ground ball up the middle. LA has got something cooking now, guys. Runners now in the corners after 2 runs have scored. It is now 4-3, and we've got Pasabe up. He hits a fly ball. That could possibly tie the game. Sweeney's throw comes in, and it's a little light. It's a little light out there. 1 hop off the dirt. Just not a good throw. I don't know about Sweeney's arm out there, but it's a tie game. It's tied 4-4. Bottom 7. We've got a base knock up the middle here for Simmons. And oh, the throw gets away from second base, but look at Corey Lee. Throws it right back to second. Simmons thought he might have had a shot, but that's a good catcher back there, man. It's good catchers. So he tried to make something happen for his teammates offensively with 2 down here late in the game, the tie game. Just couldn't get it done. Just could not get the speed. Couldn't get the Jets going. Sam Freeman checks in with a job to do. He's got to get the top hitters for LA. He gets Castellanos. He gets Conforto, but he can't get Guzman. And he does get Joe. He does get Connor Joe. So it still remains tied. 4-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. We got Joey Wendell with a runner on. Base knock to Conforto. He fires it up to third. Could have had his 3rd outfield assist today, but that's not gonna go. Roy Ramirez checks in against Andrew Donovan, the rookie. He tries to lay down a squeeze bunt, but C.J. Abrams is tossed out at home. That would have given him the lead, but the rookie says, I'm a little embarrassed. Let's just get back down to business, shall we? 3-2 count. Good take by Donovan. He draws the walk. Next batter up. 2-2 count. That's going to fall. Runner rounding third, heading for home. That's going to be an RBI single for Kyle Tucker. And St. Louis now with the lead, 5-4. Jarren Duran gets a pitch to hit all the way out to right field. Could do some damage. It does. It's going to get another run home, guys. It's 6-4, and it's Jonathan Hernandez time. Can they shut the door? Can St. Louis advance to the NLCS? Here's a ground ball to third. They make the play. It's a little high, but Kivlahan sticks with it. Next batter up is Keyboom. He pops up to first baseman. Kivlahan with some pressure there by Keyboom, running down the line hard. And St. Louis will go to the NLCS. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. So this team battled in the last month of the year, snuck into the playoffs on game 162 against Dallas. Had to sweep Dallas just to get into the conversation that they could possibly make the playoffs. I mean, it's ridiculous, but here they are. Here they are. They're taking on Carolina in the NLCS, guys, on Saturday. So make sure you guys are giving that a follow. Be over there on the purple platform on Saturday morning. We're going to get started, and if you guys want to tune in, cool. If you want to pop in and out, that's cool. But that's what I'm going to be doing, is giving you guys this content over there, and it's just good for a lot of the diehard people that really want to watch like the games in full, because I know that I basically told everybody that because the view counts were not doing as well as I thought that they should, the series is kind of taking a little bit of a back step. It's still one of the main things on the channel because it's posting every week, but you know, I wanted to take a little bit step back because I was putting in a lot of hours, man, doing a lot of these editing and a lot of this work to get the content out for you guys. It's a beast. It's a big series, but I think, you know, doing it over there on that platform, doing some streaming for you guys is good for the diehards to get their fix at least every week, maybe 2 times every week as well. So guys, that's it for tonight's video for part 2 of the Divisional Series rounds. I'll see you guys on Saturday morning for the streaming of the Championship Series of AL and NL, and we're going to determine on Saturday who's going to the GGBL Championship. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you then. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.